This is Rhonda back with Social Girl for God. It's been a while. Don't mind our cracked phone. We have to get another shield to put over top of it, so that looks a little out of place, but please understand it's being worked on. Then my picture on the back. March girls, because it was just my birthday last month, knows more than she says, thinks more than she speaks, and notices more than you realize, and a cup of coffee. It just helped us, make a confident, bold statement for the month of March. Just, when we needed to be reminded. So, Social Girl for God, we have our YouTube page, and we also have an online community, and we have been just revamping our vision of that group. And so we flushed it out, filtered it out, and kind of cleaned the room up. And then we want, actually, when we do these videos, if you want to go over to that group, the link is in the body of the message. You can go over to the group and just get some more great tips, inspiration, God-led things as far as Social Girl for God. Anything that we get led by the Spirit, we give those things in that community. So we would love for you to join our community on Facebook. And I wanted to get that out of the way because I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, she closed down her Facebook group. My girlfriend said it to me in an app that I'm going to show you. She's like, why did you close it? And I was like, I just had to really know and strategize where I was going next with the mission. So I want to show you my favorite app. This is my apps that I have on my phone that I use most often, and the ones that I have in my folders, those, I use them when I need to use them, so I put them in folders. But I want to tell you about this awesome app that I really don't hear people talk about, and I think it's a great app for ministry. But this is an app that I love to use just to help us with ministry, and it's the Marco Polo. I love the pool, and usually when you're in the pool, you're like, Marco Polo. So this is one of our favorite apps. At the top, just to give you some breakdown, at the top, you can search for people in your phone. You can do show more suggestions, which I don't want to do that right now. I have my favorites that I talk to most often, and this is my dream group. We often talk about so many different things, but a lot of times we call it the Dream Girls because we dream a lot, and we usually talk about, what our dreams mean. And then this is my other girlfriend that I talk to most often. So what I love about this app and how I think it can help you is, like today, for Self-Care Sunday, we went out to the RV show, and say I saw something that reminded us of a conversation that we may have had. It usually happens all the time. It's like, we just were talking about this thing. And so instead of calling her, because she could be at work, I could be at work, sometimes we could text, but we really don't want to text. We just want to say it so you can hear the inflection and laugh and giggle and all that fun stuff. We leave messages on Marco Polo. So I'll just show you. I'll open up her face. My daughter's sending me a message, and you can see that I can hit the start button, and I could just talk right to the screen. So I can reverse it, of course. I can put text in it. I could do that. I don't want text right now. I could do an image, which I love. Sometimes I do images like when I'm in places that I don't need to show my face, but I can just put my image up. And so this is me talking. Let's just show you that. Hey Stace, I'm doing my Marco Polo video for Social Girl for God right now, and I just want to show them how I talk to you by using a picture. So I just put this picture up, I hit the start button, and the picture comes up when I talk to her instead of my face. So I hit stop, and then there you go. Sometimes I just want to talk, so I'll just hit start, and I'll just say, hey Stace, let me get this right. This is Rhonda. I'm talking to you right now, doing my Social Girl for God video, showing them all how to use Marco Polo. So I hope you're having a great day, and love you. And I'm reading your emails. Hopefully you can check your emails and check that out. You guys, you can also change the voice. So Here's the voice. You could do normal, helium, and macho. So I'll do helium. Hey Stace, it's me. I'm still talking, but I just want to show them how to change the voice. You can do normal, helium, macho, or robot, and I did helium. And I just do stop, and I'll play it back for you. So this is my... Hey Stace, I'm doing my Marco Polo video for Social Gyrl for Guy right now, and I just want to show them how I talk to you by using a picture. So I just put this picture up, I hit the start button, and the picture comes up when I talk to her instead of my face. So I hit stop. Hey Stace, let me get this right. This is Rhonda. I'm talking to you right now, doing my Social Gyrl for Guy video, showing them all how to use Marco Polo. So I hope you're having a great day, and love you. And I'm reading your emails. Hopefully you can check your emails and check that out. You guys, you can also change the voice. So here's the voice. You can do normal, helium, and macho. So I'll do helium.
I'm still talking, but I just want to show them how to change your voice. You can do normal, helium, macho, or robot, and I did helium. And now just do stop.
Okay, so you see Stacy is now watching. She has no idea. She'll notice that I'm doing my videos. And then you can even do this. If you hit that little message there, we can talk to her, and I could just do, yo. And then there's my next message. And she's sending me smiley faces because she's probably like, this girl is shooting her video and talking to me at the same time. So you see smiley faces floating up, and that's like your smiley emojis. So that's all three things she says and what's up. So that's all of the frames that we can do. We can have continuous conversations. I want to tell you guys what I do with this sometimes. Sometimes I run to the bathroom. And, you know, when I was on breaks, I would just run and, you know, say a message real fast because I couldn't call. So I was like, you know, Stace, this and this and this and this is going on. And then she would respond later and I would get it later. So it's just a great way that when you have ideas and you want to implement things and you just want to talk to your team and let them know. Because, of course, you can create groups if you just want to get your message out. And then sometimes... what I love about it, if I scroll through some of these messages, I call it Dear Diary, and you probably heard me say that in the beginning, because sometimes when I'm walking, when I'm outside walking and say, again, this person may be busy, I don't know what she's doing. You know how you send a text, are you busy right now? What you doing? Oh, I'm out with my friend, or I'm out with my dad, or something like that. So I will walk and just like unload, you know, get everything that I have to get off of my mind and send it to Stacy. And then she comes in, as you saw, and she'll like look at it, and you can see her face here, and it, like you saw, it was up at the top, and she would listen to my message, and then she would come in, and in the midst of the messages, she could stop, or she could stop listening to me, and you can always go back and listen to these at another time, but she would go back or stop and listen to me, or stop and talk to me and say what she has to say. So you have the capability to do both. I know that was crazy what I just said. But I just wanted to show you guys Marco Polo. It's super fun. We use it all the time for ministry, for business, for all that we have going on. I want to show you before we close out of Marco Polo is you have the option to forward your videos or do some other fun things with your videos. So sometimes I'm talking to both of these group person about the same thing. So I don't have to repeat myself. I can just take this video, hold it, forward, mark this unwatched, use as a chat tile, report problem, or delete this polo. Sometimes you need to delete it because you just said something totally ridiculous. Or sometimes you can forward it. So sometimes I like to forward it. I could forward it to that group, right? Can do that. And then just hit next. And then that's done. Or I want to show you this too.
And as you can,
I don't want to play it. I could do this.
you see, I haven't shot a tutorial on
Alright, let's do this.
apps in a while.
I I don't want to hear it. This is our video for the video. You could do this here, forward, and you can hit more. Keep in mind that this is on the iPhone, so it may be different on your, you can do email or more here at the bottom. And more other apps come up, but they're not coming up right now. But keep in mind we're on an iPhone, and it may be different on Android. So we just wanted to come on and show you that, and these are some of the things that we use our Marco Polo app for. To be able to communicate, use as a diary, leave messages promptly when whomever you're talking to has things to do. It's great to have your kids on there because sometimes they're moving around and rolling, and you just need to get the message out to them, and you can say that and they can listen to it at a different time. It has been a blessing, and I cannot tell you, let me think. We've been using Marco Polo for at least about a good 7 or 8 months. And we love FaceTime, but we absolutely love Marco Polo. And you can see some of the other people that are in my group that we talk to. Just randomly talk, send them a message, especially if you haven't talked to them in a long time. Hopefully this helps you. Be blessed as always. Any questions, comments, please leave them below, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Take care.